certainly critical if we're going to be successful. Now, you ask about the endeavors that are out there now, sponsored by two very prominent American citizens, Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk. I'm disappointed, actually, in what I see in terms of the routes that are being pursued. So let me give you one example there. And this one is going to be a little bit more technical. So if you look at the kinds of rockets that both these organizations are creating, yes, it's wonderful, reusable technology to see a rocket go up and land on its fins, just like it did in science fiction movies when I was a kid. That's astounding. But the real problem is those rockets, the technology that we're doing now is not really that different than what was used to go to the moon. And there are alternatives, it turns out. There's an engine called a flare engine, so a traditional rocket, if you look at the engine, looks like a bell, right? And then the flame comes out the bottom. But there is a kind of engine called a flare engine, which is essentially, when you look at it, it looks like an exhaust pipe on like a fancy car that's, long and elongated. And it's a type of rocket engine that we know there have been preliminary testing, we know it works. And it also is actually much more economical because what it does is allow you to vary the amount of thrust as you go up in a way that you cannot do with one of these bell-shaped engines. So you would think that an entrepreneur might try to have the breakthrough to use flare nozzles, as they're called, as a way to bend the cost curve. Because as we keep coming back, that's going to be a big factor. But that's not happening. In fact, what we see is what I think of as incremental change in terms of our technology. So I'm not really very encouraged by what I personally see.
So incremental change won't bend the cost curve.